Hello. I don't know. It's like welcome to something. This is the GMTLDR glitching. Welcome to the GMTLDR for the January 2025 monthly update. I'm not saying they're getting longer, but they could be getting longer.
We're back.
We're back.
All right. Let's just jump right into it.
It's been a long month, so we're ready to get into it.
We have a labyrinth photo up here. Looking good.
To start off the update, we had first off the unexpected passing of Alan Emmerich. I didn't know him very well personally, but the interactions I had with him, he was always super kind, super nice. And Gene says in this section that he was always a great teacher, a really nice person. So it's a big loss to the gaming community. He was a great guy. Unfortunately, Roger McGowan and his family lost their house and their home offices in the Palisades fire. And my heart goes out to them because that is just, I can't imagine how tough that's been. And not only them, but lots and lots and lots of people down in LA. And so, if you're religious, please pray for them and all the people who are affected. And if you're not, send your good thoughts and things. But they're in good spirits as much as you can be, but it's a tough situation.
On a more celebratory note, Twilight Struggle was just inducted into the Board Game Geek Hall of Fame this week. So that's a very exciting, big honor for us and for
Jason, that's really cool.
And everybody who's worked on and promoted Twilight Struggle over the years.
Oh yeah, this is cool to wake up to.
Today at 5:30 Eastern or 12:30 Pacific, Tony's Board Life is hosting Sam London and Mike Berticelli to do a teach and play of Sam's new game Microverse. So tune into that if you're interested in Microverse and want to see how it works and how it plays. It should be pretty cool.
I'm going to see if I could tune in because it's at 2:30, so that's like doable. So once you finish Microverse, take a little dinner break and then go watch the Defiance stream from Whiskey Charlie with Mark Herman and David Doctor and Mo will all be there to demonstrate. So check that out too.
So we have two great videos from Watch It Played on A Jest of Robin Hood. One of them is a how to play video from Rodney, and the other is a full game playthrough with Monique and Naveen. If you love A Jest of Robin Hood or you're interested in learning about it, check those videos out.
For those of you who play Rally the Troops, 1989 is now on it. So go check that out if you've ever been interested in playing 1989.
We have a gigantic batch of items charging and shipping soon. So we have the 2024 placement counter sheet, A Jest of Robin Hood reprint, World at War mounted maps, Congress of Vienna, a new printing of Downfall, plus its mounted maps in 3-inch box, Fields of Fire Deluxe with an update kit, Fighting Formations US 29th Infantry Division, new printing of Hoplite, In the Shadows, and the Battle for Normandy Deluxe. The warehouse workers are going to be crazy busy trying to ship all of that out. So Please be patient and show your appreciation to them.
Yes. We posted a new episode of GMT Talk earlier this week with Joe Chacon and Evan Yoke about decisive action, and I thought it was a good interview. It was pretty fun. So if you're interested in the game, or if
you're interested in tactical level war games as well, but you don't know about decisive action, you can listen and learn about it.
Yeah, military wargaming in general, because we talked about that too.
We had this interview with our friends at Mesa de Guerra at their convention recently, and it was a lot of fun. Shared some inside GMT knowledge, not the blog, but just inside GMT knowledge.
Yeah, they had some good questions. It was pretty cool.
So it was fun to meet them and chat for sure. And there's the video if you want to watch it.
That's the Barbarossa Army Group North box back sneak peek. I think that looks great.
Let's see. If you are interested in the Calixto Cuba Libre bot update pack, Joe Dewhurst is asking for playtesters. So if you want to see that come to print and come to market quicker, volunteer yourself to help test it.
In this development update, Jason kind of talks a little bit about how we have expanded from just talking about GMT1 projects, and that would be redundant to call it GMT1 now because there's another section. And then he thanks a lot of our development teams and he acknowledges a lot of people that he doesn't always mention by name, like designers, developers, playtesters are also a huge part of what we do.
Today's new P500 additions: I, Napoleon, The Limits of Glory, Tsar, and Ukraine 43 3rd edition. I, Napoleon, The Limits of Glory is an expansion to I, Napoleon, obviously. It offers new events, people, politics, and possibilities, as well as adding some complexity, more cards to shuffle, and as much as 2 hours of additional playtime. So if you love I, Napoleon and you want more, we have more.
The other game that came out this week is called Tsar, and it reimagines the reign of Nicholas II, the last Tsar of Russia. You're like different factions trying to influence the Tsar, and all kinds of intrigue happens. It sounds really very interesting. So check that one out as well.
And we have a new edition of Ukraine 43.
Many people have wanted this back, so we're bringing it back.
Okay, so last time Tsar was teased as a strategy game set in Russia. Soon we have a new battle game set in the late 17th, early 18th century.
I don't know if I remember which one that is.
I don't know either. A strategy sports game.
Yes.
A strategy game of the Old West.
I have played this and it's very fun.
So good. And a new game that will thrill Combat Commander fans.
You're going to lose your minds.
Prepare yourself.
So we had an article from Adam Blenkinsop about population in Echo from the Dark. Check that out. We had another great article from Ed Ostermeyer about Infernal Machine. In this article, he talks about the uses and benefits of commissions, purchase orders, and promotions. Today, we are going to have an Illusions of Glory article from Perry Silverman. Oh yeah, I was reading this morning. She's like, I'm so over Somali pirates, Red Sea militants, errant ship pilots, worldwide container storages, and the whole lot of it. It's like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. She basically said, assuming another ship doesn't run aground, we should have buy swords and bayonets with a restock on 2-inch and 3-inch white boxes coming in soon. And a lot of other things are up in the air.
Dude, this cover is so good. I love it. Now,
Really
I
good.
will say it is not the final box cover. I believe the illustration is final, but not everything on the front is final.
Right.
But it looks so good. Because it's a painting, like the side panels continue on and the top and bottom panels, because I had to cut it off. There's just a little elbow. It's fun.
And I thought this looked really good too.
Yeah, me too. I like the
Box back
style.
for Hubris.
Get a full view of the map, some of the components. Yeah, it looks good.
And then this would be the setup for Scenario 4. Now we also have a second edition Barbarossa Army Group North. This is the new box cover we have for that one.
I was expecting red again because of the original covers all being red, but I saw this is blue. I was like, what? Blue? I mean, it looks great, but I just wasn't expecting blue.
On to the designer and developer updates. An update from Greg Holton on 18EUS saying that things have mostly been stalled because Jason is very busy and the art department is tied up with 1833 Northeast. So once that goes off to print, 18EUS will have the next slot, but they're still working on rules revision in the meantime, so they're making progress.
A really nice away team update. Basically it's saying they're looking through a lot of the feedback of people who played the training mission and the Star System 1, which it reminds me I need to finish playtesting Star System 1. Sorry, Jason. Also, really cool art samples. Look at these things. They're like animal-y, but also fun. I don't know. I like the lava and the little eyeballs on the fins.
Yeah.
Whoa. Cool encounter cards.
Brian Asklev updated us on Baltic Empires. They're getting close to having all the art finalized, which means they can proceed with laying out the final materials and preparing everything for the printer. So that's getting very close. They're going to do a few more articles on Inside GMT. Keep your eyes peeled for those.
Our Bear Trap update talks about Joe Dewhurst working on the game solo mode. They're also still welcoming additional playtesters for Bear Trap.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Joe put out a call for playtesters for Calixto because they're back working on it again. So it's getting closer to production.
The update from designer Brian Train and the development team for China's War, they're heading into the final steps of pre-production. They're really happy with it so far, and they're just going to do some checks on all the final materials before the game goes to proofreading and then eventually to the printer. So it's looking good to come out this year, we hope.
Sam gives a big update here. It's worth reading on your own. Won't ruin it by trying to summarize it all, but go take a look at this Firefight Tactical update from Sam London.
And look at the card art. Not final, but updated. Pretty cool. I also will not try to summarize the entire update from Christianitz about Imperial Eagles, but he talks some more about the carriers, recovery rules, basic rules, campaign rules, things like that. Give that a read.
Rebellion Britannia hasn't made much progress just because of queues and such, but they're still working on refining the gameplay and finalizing the cards and the rules. And apparently Jason is working on a plan to get it into art later this year.
For the Guerrilla generation, it looks like they've been working with artist Matthew Wallhead on the layout and art for the 4 games. They've started on the maps and boards, and he worked on the British Way, so it's going to be hopefully just as nice.
Joe gives us an update on his baby, the Pure Land. And now that China's war is almost done, the Pure Land is going to be in its slot next, which is exciting for Joe. I'm happy for him. He's just working on finalizing things for layout while they look for an artist for the board and the box cover.
We have a Zhanga update from Jeff Engelstein and David Thompson and the development team. It looks like they have been doing a pass-through of the rules for completeness. They're working on a near-final version of the map. They're going to do one more round of testing. Progress is being made, but it's another one that is in the queue behind some others. As Bruce Mansfield finishes some other projects, they'll have more time for Zhanga, and then they'll probably be going quicker at that point.
Like I said, GMTLDR in 2025 is totally different, unrecognizable.
In all seriousness, Happy New Year to everyone. Got some great things coming for 2025. Lots to look forward to.
Down with the Chiefs.
Who's even playing the Chiefs?
The Bills.
Go Bills. Well, we'll see you all next month with the next GMTLDR.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.